Paris, 1793. In the shadow of the guillotine, the once mighty King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette await their fate. The French Revolution has toppled the monarchy, and the lavish wealth that once defined their reign is now their greatest indictment. Treasures from Versailles, symbols of a bygone era, have been seized, catalogued, and scattered. Among these many riches, one jewel shines brighter than the rest, a brilliant blue diamond, the size of a walnut. Rumor has it that this is no ordinary gem, but a cursed stone, stained with the blood of those who dared to possess it. Now, as the blade looms near for the king and queen, one can only wonder, was it greed, revolution, or the curse of the Hope Diamond that sealed their doom? The Hope Diamond. Coveted for its unparalleled beauty and enigmatic allure, this deep blue gem has captivated humanity for centuries. Weighing over 45 carats, its mesmerizing hue is unlike any other stone in the world. But beneath its breathtaking exterior lies a darker story, one of betrayal, loss, and death. The diamond's story begins in India, at the legendary Kollur mine. Known then as the Tavernier Blue, it was said to have been plucked from the eye of a sacred Hindu idol. The theft, they say, angered the gods, cursing the stone and all who would dare to claim it. Of course, Europeans of the time knew nothing of these ominous warnings. This became clear in 1666, when the gem was discovered by an unsuspecting French merchant named Jean-Baptiste Tavernier during his travels through India. Enchanted by its extraordinary beauty, Tavernier purchased the diamond and transported it back to Europe, blissfully unaware of the curse that would follow in its glittering wake. Tavernier didn't hold on to the diamond for long, selling it for a small fortune to an enthralled Louis XIV in 1668. But it nevertheless seemed to cast a shadow over his later years. Some say he was mauled by wild wolves, his body left unrecognizable. Others claim he died penniless, betrayed by his greed. In the opulent court of King Louis XIV, the Tavernier Blue became a symbol of his unmatched grandeur, recut into the magnificent 67-carat French blue by court jeweler Jean Pital. The diamond was transformed into a triangular marvel that reflected bluish-gray rays, captivating all who saw it. The king, known as the Sun King, embraced its brilliance, setting the gem in a cravat pin designed to dazzle at court ceremonies. At its heart lay a radiant golden sun with 7 facets, a deliberate nod to Louis's emblem of absolute power and the biblical significance of divine perfection. The diamond became a reflection of Louis's reign, larger than life, steeped in symbolism, and seemingly untouchable by mortal misfortune. Yet the curse attached to the stone, if real, would prove patient. While Louis XIV died peacefully, his descendants were not so fortunate. Passed down through generations of French royalty, the diamond eventually adorned the necks of King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette. By the time revolution broke out, the once glorious monarchy had become a target of public outrage. As the Reign of Terror gripped Paris, the king and queen were dragged to the guillotine, their tragic downfall sealing their fate as the most famous victims of the diamond's supposed curse, its brilliance forever shadowed by blood. Coincidence? Perhaps. But for over a century, the fate of the French blue remained shrouded in mystery. During the chaos of the French Revolution, the diamond vanished, stolen alongside other royal treasures in the 1792 looting of the French crown jewels. Its disappearance only deepened the whispers of a curse. Then, In 1812, exactly 20 years after its theft, a striking blue diamond resurfaced in London, recut and weighing just over 45 carats. Though altered, experts believed it to be the lost French blue. Over time, it passed through various hands, until in 1839, it came into the possession of Henry Philip Hope, a wealthy London banker. From that point on, the gem would bear the family's name, the Hope Diamond, its legend growing ever darker with each new misfortune that befell its owners. The Hope family's connection to the diamond brought more than prestige. It seemed to invite misfortune. Henry Philip Hope proudly displayed the gem as the centerpiece of his vast collection. But after his death in 1839, the family's fortunes began to unravel. His heirs inherited not only the diamond, but also bitter disputes over his estate, leading to financial ruin. By the late 19th century, Thomas Hope, Henry's nephew, had fallen into bankruptcy, forced to sell the family's prized possessions, including the diamond, to cover mounting debts. The once prominent Hope family, whose name had become synonymous with the dazzling blue gem, saw their wealth and influence evaporate, leaving some to wonder whether the diamond's curse had played its part in their downfall. Perhaps the most haunting chapter in the diamond's history belongs to Evelyn Walsh McLean, a glamorous American socialite who acquired the Hope diamond in 1911. For Evelyn, the gem wasn't just a symbol of wealth. It was a personal talisman, one she believed would bring her luck. She wore it to dazzling parties, draped it around the necks of her Great Danes for fun, and even allowed guests to try it on during her legendary soirees. But whatever light the diamond cast on her life was soon overshadowed by darkness. Tragedy struck first when her young son, Vincent, was killed in a horrific car accident. Grief rippled through her family, and the weight of the diamond seemed heavier than ever. Years later, Evelyn faced another heartbreak when her daughter, Evelyn, succumbed to despair and ended her own life. As if that weren't enough, Evelyn's husband abandoned her, spiraling into scandal and leaving her to face mounting debts alone. By the end of her life, Evelyn had lost not only her family, but also her fortune. She died penniless and broken, a shadow of the vivacious woman who had once flaunted the Hope diamond with pride. To many, Evelyn's fate seemed to cement the diamond's reputation as a bringer of doom, its cursed legacy as glittering and unrelenting as the stone itself. But is the curse real, or merely a captivating tale born of human imagination? Scientists have studied the Hope diamond's remarkable properties, marveling at the unique interplay of nature and chemistry that gives it its vivid blue color, thanks to trace amounts of boron within its crystal structure. Its extraordinary rarity and immense value have ensured it remains not just a jewel, but a symbol of intrigue, obsession, and perhaps peril. Historians and gemologists, however, often view the tales of tragedy with skepticism. They argue that the stories of misfortune surrounding the Hope diamond have been exaggerated over time, crafted to add sensational allure to its already legendary history. After all, could the so-called curse merely be a reflection of human folly, bad decisions, greed, and the pursuit of power leading to inevitable downfalls? Or is the diamond's glittering beauty so hypnotic that it blinds its owners to the dangers of their ambition? Whether one believes in the supernatural or not, the Hope diamond's reputation as a harbinger of doom remains as unshakable as the stone itself. Today, it rests behind glass in the Smithsonian Institution, safe from the grasp of human hands. Yet as the diamond silently sparkles under the museum lights, one question remains unanswered. Has the curse been broken, or does it still wait for its next victim? What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more chilling tales from Phantom Trails.